Hey everyone, just a quick disclaimer that this video was filmed 2 weeks ago. It isn't being released until now for various reasons, but a couple things have happened since then. Like, for instance, Yorgos Lanthimos' Poor Things has been moved back to 2023. Also, we had some trailers, like for 13 Lives, The Woman King, that made us a bit less confident about those films. Next Goal Wins was confirmed for this year, so there might be a couple things within our predictions that might make not that much sense, just considering some news from the past couple weeks. But just know, we know this news and it will be reflected in our next predictions. It's just, time is weird and things are being released now. Anyways, enjoy the video. Bye. Best Picture.
Best picture. Wow, we're starting big. Okay.
Yeah, we're just gonna start at the top. I'll lead. We can go back and forth. My number one is still Women Talking.
My number one, and this has changed, and this may be surprising. Empire of Light.
Okay,
I'm taking
okay.
a swing. I'm taking
I
a bit of a swing on
yeah.
Empire of Light. I
Hey,
think it's a good
like I said,
story. It's a good crew behind it. It's a good cast. I think it's ticking a lot of the boxes, and I
yeah.
think it could be a sort of sleeper hit this year.
Yeah, yeah. No, I agree with that. Like, I think I know, I agree. I think Empire of Light could be pretty big. I don't know, like it's almost never the ones we're expecting at the start of the year, like Killers of the Flower Moon, Babylon, Fablemans. I don't think they're going to happen.
No,
I
no, that's why I didn't go for any of them this time either. Like Empire of Light is still it's still a pretty safe get. It will at least be in
Yeah,
contention. But like, yeah, I thought go for something a bit different for the actual win.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Hey, yeah, be interesting, be interesting. All right. What is the rest of your top 10?
Okay, so number two, Killers of the Flower Moon. Again, if it comes out this year, we presume it will. Hopefully,
Yeah,
three Babylon, four The Fablemans, five Woman Talking. So I still think it is just a slight layer
yeah.
level below the big ones, but I still think it's definitely up there. Six, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Really shot up, obviously. Seven, Bardo. Eight, The Sun. Nine, 13 Lives. And 10, this was the pick I really did struggle with to try and just find something to put in. I eventually went with She Said.
Okay.
She Said.
Okay.
But yeah, those are my 10.
The 10 I ended up with, still don't feel good about it. Is so after I'm talking, I have number two Babylon still.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I think makes sense. Number three, I have Everything Everywhere All at Once. Like,
Okay.
I don't know, I think it's gonna be really strong. I think people are gonna latch onto it by the end of the year. Number four, I have The Fablemans. Number five, I went back. This is one of the ones I was changing leading up to it. Bardo. I have it number five. I went back and forth. I didn't know with the COVID thing, but I ended up thinking, like, I mean, it's in Yuri too. Like,
Exactly, yeah.
as long as there's no hiccups with like the campaign, this will probably happen. It's Netflix's number one priority. Looking at the past couple of years,
Yeah.
they get so yeah. Number six is where I have Empire of Light. Number seven is where I have Killers of the Flower Moon. Doubting it a bit, just because one, we have no clue if this is actually coming out. Two, we'll see how much Apple is willing to put into this again. Like, obviously they went in, like, they didn't even do that much with Coda last year, so we'll see if they actually go in with campaigning.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do that much with campaigning. Like, they didn't campaign Tragedy and Macbeth at all. Like, and that's why that
No.
probably did
But
very
yeah,
poorly.
I think there's a slight difference though. It is Martin Scorsese at the end
It
of the
is
day.
Martin
Like I think
Scorsese, but
he
Tragedy and
can
Macbeth is
campaign
the
his
equivalent
film.
for us.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. But I'd
So,
say he's a big enough name, and I would say it is a safer bet to put in because I think there is always the argument that maybe Babylon is just slightly too weird. Obviously, we don't really know. I still have it at number three, obviously, but I do think Killers of the Flower
yeah.
Moon is a maybe slightly safer pick
Yeah,
to go for
no,
than
that's fair.
Babylon
I
or the
still think
Fablemans.
I still think it gets in all these top seven. I feel pretty confident about.
Yeah, like the
Um,
only question mark on Killers is if it comes out.
right, and I would also say Scorsese can miss. Like,
He
we haven't seen
can, but
recently. Like, we don't.
yeah,
I
I don't know
trust
if
that
this
with
is
the
the one.
Oscars.
This feels like a pretty safe hit, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
no, for sure. I just don't know if it's as. I don't feel as confident the other ones.
Okay, that's fair.
But number eight is where I have The Sun,
Yeah,
Interstellar.
same. Yeah.
Number nine is where I have She Said. And then
Mm-hmm.
struggling with the 10th spot, I didn't want to go 13 Lives, so I ended up going with Till.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like just a heart-wrenching film. I mean, I believe it's also Netflix.
Yeah.
So Netflix could be pushing it. I mean, yeah. I mean, Daniel Deadweiler is going to crush this role. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg as well. I think that this could be. I mean, it's going to be a biopic. It's going to be very, very relevant. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I could see this being really, really big. I don't know how big, but as of now, I'm gonna have it sneaking.
Yeah. I would say Rustin, if I was going to go for another Netflix one, I would have put Rustin in. In fact, I
Yeah.
did have Rustin in for quite a while until I had to change a couple of things around, and it ended up not looking exactly strong enough with the nominations it had.
Mhm.
But if I was going with another Netflix one, I'd probably put Rustin slightly over Till. But yeah, I definitely would agree Till has a shot.
Yeah, no, so I also had Rustin in for a while, and I went back and forth because like Netflix usually gets two things in.
Yeah.
So I felt good about Bardo. Whether it's gonna be Till or Rustin, I think those are definitely the two and the three. I would say. Like I don't know how I feel about White Noise. The more we learn about it,
Mm.
if that is actually going to end up getting in, I will say I didn't give it any nominations.
Neither.
Fincher's killer. Like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. You could make an argument for the Whale, but like A24 hasn't been great.
Yeah.
So if they're gonna get one in, it's gonna be Everything Everywhere. And then there's stuff like Next Goal Wins. We just don't know.
Yeah.
Like
Poor Things just sounds a
Poor
bit
Things is
weird.
another one. Yeah, yeah. I don't know if we're gonna get another Yorgos in. Top Gun. So Top Gun's weird because like I'm giving it lots of nominations, but
Yeah. Just a bit hesitant to push it
to
up to the
pull the
next
trigger
level.
on best. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Avatar. I don't know. Amsterdam. I think we're over David or
Yeah.
Russell. Triangle of Sadness. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll
There's
see.
also things like The Woman King, which I've given a few nominations, but I don't think it's going
Yeah.
to be strong enough of a film to get in.
There's also Tar from Todd Field, which I think could happen.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I hear no one talking about that. I hear
I know it's
no
weird.
buzz for that, really.
But like it might be Focus's top priority if we're being honest. So that would be one to look out for. Also Elvis.
Mm.
We'll see. We'll see
Yeah.
if
We'll see.
that pops off at the box office. We could have another Bohemian Rhapsody on our hands. And then also Avatar isn't happening. Everybody calm down.
No. Yeah.
It's not happening. All right. Let's move on to director. My number one to justify my best picture win. I'm going Sarah Polley.
Number one. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
I'm going.
mean, we've done the same thing though. I've put Sam Mendes for Empire of
Yeah.
Light at number one,
I
even
feel like
though it was like 2019 when he won. No, he didn't win, did he?
no,
No,
he didn't.
sorry, he didn't win. He was very close to winning though, which helps even. But like you've got Chazelle. I put Chazelle number two. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a good chance he will win.
I
Scorsese
also
as
have
well.
Giselle
He's
number two.
always considered. I
I have
put
Giselle
Scorsese in
too.
three. Do you have
I
Scorsese
have
in?
Spielberg three. I'm stumping Scorsese for director.
I'm stumping Spielberg for director.
Okay, so yeah, no, I think one of those big three is not going to make it. So
Yeah.
I have Spielberg three.
Okay.
So I would agree. I feel pretty confident about Chazelle getting in, but I think yeah, one of
Yeah.
Spielberg and Scorsese will get snubbed.
Yeah.
And so my 4 and 5 are number 4 in Yuritu for Bardo. I mean, he
Yeah.
won his past two
I've
films.
got him four as well. Yeah.
And then I have Ruben Östlund, number 5.
Okay. I put Sarah Polley five mainly because, and this does sound bad, but I felt they wouldn't have five men. I'm
Yeah,
sure Sarah Polley will direct the hell out of the film. I'm sure she will be completely deserving of it. But adding politics into it, I'm sure they will want a woman director, a female director in there. And like Sarah Polley is the obvious choice, so I put
yeah,
her in.
yeah. I mean, yeah, I have her winning. So,
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I'm going Ruben Östlund. 4 years in a row now, we've had a Cannes director. So
yeah,
Triangle of Sadness isn't eligible for international feature, but like the streak wasn't international film; it was Cannes director. Like it was Hamaguchi last year. Before that, it was Vinterberg for Another Round, and then it was Bong Joon-ho, Parasite, and then it was in 2018 Pawlikowski for Cold War.
yeah,
So it's been a Cannes director every single
yeah.
year. I feel like Ostland is the obvious choice. It's going
I
to
would
be
agree. Yeah, 100%. He would be my can director, but there's just not enough space
yeah,
for me
yeah.
in this category.
Thomas has Maverick outside of his house.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Um, but yeah, no, I think if you're going to go for a con director, he's the obvious choice. It's going to be Neon's priority.
Yeah,
I think it may.
I had
Yeah.
to snub Spielberg in this category. That shows how sort of stacked it
I just
is.
want Scorsese. I mean, and let's talk about the other contenders in this category. So yeah, obviously I'm leaving out Scorsese. He's leaving out Spielberg. We aren't even talking about Daniels for Everything Ever All at
No,
Once,
I know.
which
Sad, but
absolutely could happen,
it could, it could. But
and I
yeah, I
wouldn't
don't
be
know.
shocked. I mean, you also have I left him off, but Sam Mendes, Empire of Light.
Yeah,
I mean, even Florian Zeller for The Sun, Oscar
100%.
winner,
Yeah, yeah,
Oscar winner, Florian Zeller for The Sun. Yeah, like I feel like we've covered. Like, I feel like those are like the main 8 or 9, but
yeah,
like
yeah.
directors, yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely think some of the we're gonna be missing a big name for sure.
Mm.
So yeah, all right, this is interesting. Interesting. Let's move on to Best Actor. Winning, I still have Hugh Jackman for The Sun completing his EGOT.
Okay, I put Coleman Domingo in for winning, and
So
like
that's my number two.
this goes in for Rustin. I was like, basically, I had Rustin in for screenplay, actor, and picture, and I dropped it out of screenplay, and I was like, can actor justify it getting into picture? I eventually decided it didn't, but I still think Coleman Domingo is going to be very strong in this category. I mean, it's a biopic about a civil rights activist. You
Yeah.
know, he's yeah,
From the
he's pretty
director of
solid.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, and it's going to be, Florian Zeller. Like, it's literally a repeat of 2020 because
Yes,
I
it
think
is.
Hugh Jackman. Where do you have Hugh
I've
Jackman?
got Hugh Jackman free, but I mean,
Hugh
still
Jackman.
pretty solidly in.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, we could even get a potential repeat there. But yeah, no, I do have Coleman Domingo number two. I think he's also very strong, as we said, directed by George C. Wolfe, of Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like Hugh Jackman, there's just gonna be a narrative behind him. I don't know how many more Oscar films yet, and in the hands of Florian Zeller, it could
Yeah.
happen. It could
Yeah,
happen.
I think Domingo also does have a weird charm with like awards season. Like he somehow was getting nominated for Zola. I don't know how he was getting nominated for Zola, but he
Yeah,
just was. So he's clearly well liked in the industry. So I don't know. I
absolutely,
think this could be his role.
absolutely. Number three, I've placed Brendan Fraser for The Whale.
Yeah, I've got him too, but like him and Jackman are pretty interchangeable for me.
Okay, here's the thing. I could see him getting snubbed though. I could see this happening. So, like, if we're talking about the Brendan Fraser Renaissance here, right? No Sudden Move, Soderbergh film from last year, he was like really bad.
Yeah,
I mean, I still think like obviously this is a very meaty role, and he's being directed by Aronofsky.
yeah,
I don't know how good Brendan. Like, I don't think that Brendan Fraser is a great actor though. Like, I don't know if we're like I could see this just not happen. So obviously, I still have him in, but I
yeah.
could also see this just not happen.
No, that's fair. But I think if he's in, I think he's in. If that makes sense. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I'd agree. Is this also this would be interesting. Is this also our this is both for both of us, I think, our only nomination for Rustin, right? Do
yes,
you have
this is my yeah.
okay. Yeah. So you have him winning actor on the only nom.
Yeah, I know, but I think his performance will be strong enough to do that.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I think he's also gonna be great. And then I have the whale in two other places.
Yes, I've got it in no, two other places. Yeah, as well.
Okay. All right. So then number four, I have Daniel Jimenez Cacho
Okay,
for
I left him
Argo.
off. I can totally see that happening, but I don't know. I think it's a little early to pull the trigger on that one.
I mean, I think it's just gonna be a Yulizio Aparicio type of thing. I mean, I don't know. Like he's won multiple awards, like the Goya Award, like Ariel Award. He's a very renowned actor. Like, I mean, Inarritu hasn't missed since like the early 2000s, I think, as far as getting
Mm,
actors nominated. I could see it happening. I was going back and forth, but I think it's gonna happen. I don't know.
mm.
I
Yeah, no,
just
I can totally see it happening. I
I've
just
got a
went
feeling.
for a. Yeah, I went for a safer pick. I went Leonardo DiCaprio because of the Flower Moon.
No,
It's a safer pick.
I'm snubbing him. I promise I
Yeah,
do. I do have Killers of the Flower Moon getting like 9 nominations, but like
yeah,
Scorsese and DiCaprio, maybe they're snubbable. I don't know because number five for me, I have Austin Butler Elvis. With
same.
how
Yeah,
everybody's talking about him, I think it could
yeah.
happen. I think those are easily our top six though, like 100%.
Yeah, yeah. Like I did think about putting Viggo Mortensen in, but that was more reverse engineering to sort
Yeah,
of warrant me putting 13 Lives into Best Picture. But I think the film can still get in without him. And
I
like
don't know what
yeah,
else
there is arguments
here.
Austin Butler could maybe be Taron Egerton of this year, but I don't know. I think he's fairly strong.
I think he's going to be more of a Rami Malek. Like
Yeah,
I don't know, like a big breakthrough performance for him.
yeah,
Like I think I don't know. I think he's going to be really strong. As far as anything else here though, like Diego Calva is probably going to be overshadowed by the rest of the cast in Babylon.
yeah.
You have Fassbender and Next Skull Wins, but I don't know if that's even coming out.
No,
And then like what else do you even have here? Like Christian Bale in Amsterdam, which I'm not giving Amsterdam any nominations. I don't think it's
no,
going to happen.
neither.
I think we're done with David O. Russell. There's Adam Driver for White Noise, which I think both of us had in, but like again, the more I'm learning about White Noise, it just doesn't feel like an Oscars film.
No, and especially since Netflix have picked up more things, like I think it's
Yeah.
just dropped lower and lower every time you hear more. Because at one point I felt it was maybe one of Netflix's strongest contenders, but nah,
Well,
it's
right,
just
but
not
like
anymore.
also like Bombeck's only gotten, I think like he's only had one major awards contender.
Yeah,
Granted, it was his last film, but like he's been making movies since the '90s. He might
yeah,
have just had like a one-off big contender. I mean, it might be the same thing with Wes Anderson. Like
yeah,
the Grand Budapest Hotel was just a one-off, which
mm,
like it'd be unfortunate. I like both Wes Anderson and Noah Baumbach a lot, but
Yeah,
like they might just be one-off awards contenders. So
for sure.
yeah, I don't know what else would be here. Like I feel like it's that six, and then like everything else is like a couple steps below. Personally,
Yeah, and like I guess maybe you could say Tom Cruise. I mean, he at least needs to be entered into the conversation, I guess. But he's
I
I don't see it happening. But like
I don't know.
there has been talk of it, so it's
Yeah,
worth
yeah.
mentioning.
Like, and there's Song Kang-ho who won Best Actor at Cannes for Broker, but like
Yeah,
Broker would have to really pop off. It's only at a 74 on Metacritic, so I don't think that's
yeah,
gonna happen. There's Bill Nighy and Living, but like I
yeah,
really don't think that's gonna happen. BAFTAs might go for it. I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
about the Oscars. There's Zac Efron, Greatest Hero Ever. Once
yeah.
again, if that really goes off, if that wins like TIFF People Choice, then like maybe we have to consider it. But once again, one thing that I will shout out, Jim Parsons, and spoiler alert, could randomly be a thing. Spoiler alert. So it's from Michael Showalter, director of Ice Tammy Faye. It's got Jessica Chastain in Oscar. Jim Parsons was winner of like 3 Emmys or something like that for The Big Bang Theory. And he's starring a gay entertainment journalist who it's based off of a true story of a gay man chronicling the last year of his life with his husband as his husband was dying of cancer. So it's going to be a very heavy performance.
Mm.
And he like Jim Parsons, he's going to be like crying a lot. He's going to be like, there's going to be like a lot of close-ups of his face and like, pain, and like it could be a thing. It could just randomly
Yeah,
be. At minimum, I think this could be something that like SAG or Globes goes.
yeah. I mean, it sounds a bit small. Maybe I don't know if it will really hit off in the way it
Yeah,
would need to.
yeah, for sure. But like, it's also Showalter. His past 2 films, The Big Sick and Ice Tammy Faye, both got Oscar nominations. Ice
Yeah,
Tammy Faye
yeah,
had 2
yeah,
wins, including an acting win. So I think it's definitely something to consider. I mean, Jim
yeah,
Hart, very awarded actor. So we'll see. We'll see. Just something to think about. Something to
yeah.
think about. All right, Best Actress. I'll let you lead here.
Okay, so I've got number 1 Margot Robbie for Babylon.
I agree.
Number 2 Michelle Yeoh for Everything Everywhere All at Once. I think those two are pretty solidly the clear top 2 at the minute. Number 3, how do you not, Olivia Colman, Empire of Light. I mean,
So far, we're the same. So far, we're
yeah,
the same.
cool. I mean, Olivia Colman, great, and like if she's in my Best Picture winner, why would she not get in? Number 4, I've got Daniel Deadwyler for Till.
Same.
And number 5, this was a bit of reverse engineering. I put She Said in to picture, so I felt like I needed to give it something
Okay.
else. So I gave Carrie Mulligan from She Said the nom here, but I'm not sold on that idea, to be honest.
Yeah. So our top 4 is exactly the same. Margot,
Okay.
Michelle, Olivia, and Danielle Deadwyler. I mean, I have Till getting in the picture, so I definitely needed Danielle Deadwyler in there. It's going to be a
Yeah, yeah,
congruent performance. Olivia Colman, how could you not? Like,
yeah.
she's going to get her 4th in 5 years. Michelle
Yes.
Yeoh has the narrative. Margot Robbie probably going to the overdue, right?
Mm.
I ended up going with Regina King for Shirley.
Okay, okay.
Political biopic. I believe like the first woman to be a senator in the U.S. or something like that. So like I think or the first black woman to be elected to Congress. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be like a transformative thing. She's also Regina King.
Yeah,
So that's what I've gone for. But there are so many options. Carrie Mulligan obviously is an option. You also have Kate Blanchett, Tar. Like, I
yeah.
mean, Todd Field has gotten actors nominated in both of his past films. There's also Naomi Ackie and I Want to Dance with Somebody, which I had higher up. I think you had her in as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I put her in. I don't think I put her
Oh,
in.
okay,
I may
maybe
have
not.
done it.
But I don't know. She might just be Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah, but even
And then
Jennifer Hudson didn't get nominated, so you
yeah,
know,
Carrie Mulligan,
yeah,
like you have her in. I think there's also Viola Davis in The Woman King. I
yeah.
mean,
I did seriously consider putting her in, but I ended up having to.
you
There
also
wasn't
have
enough
to
space again.
consider like I mean, if it really hits big, Florence Pugh, Don't Worry, Darling. There's
Yeah,
also Emma Stone in Poor Things. She's gonna
yeah,
have
and
like
so
baby brain. Like
yeah,
I mean, this is a stacked cat. I struggled a
yeah.
lot with this one. Like I feel good about the top 4. That 5th spot could be
It really could. And like
anybody.
Anna de Armas, blonde, I really wanted to
I
think about putting her in, but there just wasn't
Me
enough
too.
space.
Me
There just
too.
wasn't enough space.
Because like I don't know, I feel like people are dismissing her a bit too much. Like,
Yeah,
yes, it's NC-17. I get it, but it like I don't
it's
know
Anna de Armas playing Marilyn Monroe.
honestly, Marilyn Monroe. If it gets a critic's push,
Yeah,
there is no reason why that couldn't happen.
yeah. So
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, yeah, like the other thing, like Jennifer Lawrence, we don't know what's happening to Red, White, and Water. That's supposed to come out like 3 years
no, yeah, I know. I just completely ignored that one personally.
But yeah, I mean, any kind of like international actresses, like I mean, we had Penelope Cruz last year. I guess it'd be Teng Wei. Decision to Leave would be like maybe the biggest one. Could really repeat just as far as country maybe not even submitting it.
Mm,
But like yeah, I don't know. I feel good about that for Margot, Michelle,
yeah,
Olivia, Danielle. After that,
it could be a lot of things. Yeah, yeah.
I have no clue. But I'm going Regina King. You're going Carey Mulligan. All right. Supporting actor. Why not? Let's give Jesse Plemons an Oscar. I'm
Same. Yeah, I've
okay.
given him number one as well.
Yep. After that, number two, I have Brad Pitt for Babylon.
It's 100% agreement. Yeah, Brad Pitt too.
He's like great from Test Screenings. Number three, I have Ke Huy Quan. Everything Everywhere.
We're same again.
All right. Number four. This isn't a bit of an unconventional pick. I went with Seth Rogen in The Fable.
We are 100% agreement
Okay, right.
again.
Let's see.
I put him fourth again.
Number five, Robert De Niro, Killers of the Flower Moon.
Okay, no, I put Ben Whishaw for From Woman
Okay.
Talking in.
Okay.
I think that is going to be a screenplay, actory film, and
That's
I
fair.
thought,
That's fair.
why not? Like, I'm sure he'll have a fairly big role, so I'll put him in. And I'm like, does Robert De Niro really need another Oscar nomination? I guess he could get it. I think he's
Maybe, but
probably my
like
number six,
we've
but
had double nominees in supporting actor the past couple years, and Killers of the Flower Moon seems like the most likely. You could also say The
yeah,
Fabelmans. I see Paul Dano getting snubbed. Like I see us literally doing the Belfast thing with Jamie Dornan.
yeah,
Like he's gonna drop off, and then you're gonna have Kieran Hines / Seth Rogen pop in.
yeah.
Like
That
I
was
think
my thought process as well. I think he'll probably have a more interesting role as well. I
yeah,
imagine if like he's the more fun uncle and Paul Dano's the more serious father type figure.
yeah,
I know who
yeah.
I'm going to prefer watching. So yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't know, De Niro. This makes sense. Like Ben Whishaw could 100% happen. I obviously have women talking, winning
yeah,
Best
winning.
Picture. But like I don't know. I was trying to fit in that double supporting actor nom. Ben Whishaw is my number six though. I don't really think he could happen. Like yeah, I do not feel confident at all with any of this at this point. But
No,
yeah, Ben was 100%. Glenn Turman, I think, is also there for Rustin. He could happen. Paul Dano, I guess, still has to be considered.
yeah,
13 Lives, Colin Farrell.
yeah. I really did want to put Colin Farrell in because he's had such a big year and is still going to keep going with Banshees of Inisherin and 13 Lives. Plus
Yeah,
After Yang, the Batman. He's had a pretty big year, so I think there is a good chance that he may be put in just for the year's work, I guess. But I couldn't find space for him.
yeah. You also have either the two from Poor Things, Mark Ruffalo or Willem Dafoe, Colin Firth, Empire of Light. Like maybe, depending on how big Empire of Light is.
Yeah,
So yeah, but no, we're fairly in line with that one though. I mean, I
yeah,
guess there's also like Zen McGrath, the son. Depends. He's younger, but
yeah. And I
it's
guess
also
if
Corey Miller.
if the greatest beer run ever really pops off, I guess Russell Crowe is a maybe
I
possibility.
guess. When was
I
the last
don't
time
think that
Russell
film.
Crowe though? When was the last time Russell
Yeah,
Crowe?
that's true.
Yeah,
But
no.
like, I don't think that film's going to pop off anyway. I think
Tom
that
Hanks.
film is going
Tom
to end up
Hanks
bad. Yeah, Tom Hanks. I
and
mean,
Elvis.
yeah, he's doing an accent. He's wearing a lot of makeup. He's
What if
also
Elvis
Tom
gets in the
Hanks.
picture? Like, what if that's just a thing? What if that gets like editing, sound, actor, supporting actor, costumes, production design?
It could.
What if that
It
gets in
could.
the picture? I would
Yeah.
hate it, but I guess it could happen. So yeah, but I don't know. Supporting actors, tough. Supporting actors, both of the
Yeah.
supporting. So speaking of the other one, let's go into supporting actors, where I think we have an obvious top.
Yes. But I think we may switch on who we're going for
So
number
I'm
one.
going Lily Gladstone.
I'm going Michelle Williams. Yeah.
So, and I think they each have their narrative. Lily Gladstone could be an Oscar, an acting Oscar, which would be great. She's going to be in a Scorsese film. I think that it makes sense. It could take both of the supporting wins. I think that's why I feel comfortable with Scorsese missing and DiCaprio missing. Like maybe they don't like they honor some other stuff in those categories, and because they got Lily Gladstone and get Jesse Plemons in there, like because that makes sense. Honor Jesse Plemons, honor Lily Gladstone, two up and comers. Did we really need to give DiCaprio and Scorsese another nom? So
Yeah.
yeah, but Michelle Williams also this
Yeah.
is her fifth nom.
Yeah.
This is
Just
gonna be her
very overdue. Very overdue.
she's playing Steven Spielberg's mom. Like
Yeah.
I don't know, but this could also
Yeah.
be Kate Belf, who we thought was going to win.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair. These are the two clear top two. I don't know. I
Right.
just think a safer pick is probably looking at Michelle Williams because I could also see Lily
Yeah,
Gladstone somewhat being like slightly overshadowed by the fact Jesse Plemons will be winning. DiCaprio, I've got him in. Maybe her performance is not the most
I
impactful
guess.
performance of the film, and like, yeah,
Yeah,
there's an argument against her. But as I say, I think she's very strong. I just think Michelle Williams at this point in time is just that one bit stronger.
yeah, that's fair. But both of them definitely top two. Number three is where I have Jesse Buckley for Women Talking,
Same, yeah. I
and I
think,
think there could
as I
be
said,
another
yeah,
Women
screenplay,
Talking.
actor, film,
I mean,
yeah,
yep, yeah, absolutely, and director for me. But
yeah. Well, director for me as well, just not winning.
well, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. And I could honestly see another actress from here pop up. Like
Yeah.
we could. It's a stacked cast here. We have Rooney Mara, we have Claire Foy, we have Frances McDormand.
Yeah.
Like someone else could pop up because these last two spots I don't know what to do with. I've
No.
gone with Zoe Kazan and She Said to
Okay,
justify.
I actually had her on at the beginning of this recording session, and I took her off. That's how close she is to being in. But yeah, I did take her out.
Okay, okay,
So I was like, I think actress and screenplay is enough to see She Said into picture. I think those two are enough. So I don't think it needs that
so
extra
I
push.
did. So
But
I didn't go with Carrie Mulligan, which is why I've gone with Zoe
yeah,
Kazan first.
that's totally fair.
And then for my number five, I ended up going with Whoopi Goldberg and Till to try to
Yeah. Okay,
justify
so you've
Till
gone.
being in,
Okay.
going
Yeah.
actress, supporting actress picture.
Yeah.
Because do have it missing out on screenplay.
Mm. Yeah, so I think the problem is there are two actresses from The Whale and there are two actresses from The
Yep.
Sun. I put one in from both, but it's a 50-50 call as to which one it will be. I did end up going Vanessa Kirby from The Sun at number four, and I went with Sadie Sink from The Whale just because she's a slightly bigger name than Hong Chow. I think
Yeah.
people seem to love Sadie Sink
Mhm.
from Stranger Things, so I don't know. But as I say, it's a 50-50 between those two. But I did think about putting maybe doubling up one of the films and just completely removing the other one.
Yeah.
But I thought, probably safer just to go from one
It's
from the
safer
league
now.
show.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went
Um,
Kirby, Sink. That's my five.
Yep. Yeah. No, I do think that Kirby and Sync, I agree. I think they're the stronger over Laura Dern and The Sun, and then Hong Chow and The Whale being the other two. I actually did. I had Vanessa Kirby in at the start of this recording
Oh,
session, then realized that I needed to give Till another
wow.
nomination. It probably wasn't just
Yeah.
going to get actress and picture.
See, Kirby was the one I put in over Kazan.
Yeah. So, yeah. So there's also Otter McDonald and Rustin.
That was another one I had in, but then
Yep.
when I took out Rustin for screenplay, I was like, okay, I don't really need to run anymore, so I took her out as well.
And then, okay, so this is one that I don't think is happening now, but if this movie really does take off, like we think it's going to in the award season, and people really latch onto it, Stephanie Sue in Everything Everywhere All at Once, being the young up and comer performer. I think like especially like all of her stuff in the third act is like impeccable.
Yeah,
Like she is so good. This is her first leading role. Well, like I mean, it's supporting, but like this is her
yeah,
first like main role. I don't know, like she could be like the Troy Kotzer, where like
yeah,
everybody just falls in love with her as like this, like this is the first time we've ever seen her in anything, and she's so good, and then it's in a movie that everybody loves.
yeah. I think
So
she's great. I just don't know if she is a major driving force behind the movie. I think
I
there are
agree.
other
I agree.
elements
I'm just saying
and
it
even
could
other
happen. It
performances
could
that are.
happen.
It could 100% happen, yeah. But I think other performances are more likely to get in, as shown by the fact that I've got two in
Yeah,
supporting actor
no,
and
for sure, for sure.
actress.
Like I'm saying, but if that movie if it's by the end
If
of
it's
the year,
big, yeah, if
yeah,
it's like in director and stuff like that, 100% it's a possibility.
then I could see that happening. Yeah. Other things here, Margot Robbie, Amsterdam. Like I don't think Amsterdam is going to be anywhere. She's also, like
Yeah,
in another movie. I don't think this is going to happen. There's Griselda Siciliani and Bardo, I guess, but I don't see that happening. I mean, Inarritu does get actresses nominated, but I don't know. There's also the other actresses from She Said, Patricia Clarkson and Samantha Morton.
yeah,
It could happen. I would love to see it happen. The more time passes, the less I think it's going to. Dakota Johnson, Cha Cha Real Smooth.
yeah, it's not happening.
I listen. I think the Globes could go for Cha Cha Real Smooth. I think it could be a Globes,
Maybe,
like
yeah.
I like in comedy
I don't know.
musical. I
I
think it could.
think just by the end of the year, it'll be completely forgotten about. Which I know I said about Coda as well, and
It's
obviously,
legitimately said like verbatim the same exact thing about
yeah,
Coda.
I do think Char Char Real Smooth though it will be
It's
forgotten
weaker.
about.
It's weaker. Like
Yeah,
if anything, I think it would get into like screenplay.
yeah. But even that is the original screenplay, and that is the more stacked one. So
Right, right. So it would be tough, but I mean, it's going to clean up at like Indie Spirits, Gotham. I think
yeah,
it could sneak into like some Critics' Choice and Golden Globe noms as well. So yeah. Not much else here. Greta Gerwig's dropped a lot for me, and Gene Smart. So I read through parts of the screenplay. Gene Smart's role is very small,
Yeah.
like
Okay.
a couple minutes. So I don't really
Yeah.
think that that's gonna happen anymore.
No.
Yeah. Do you plan on reading the screenplay at all?
I kind of want to go into it blind. So
Okay.
I mean, obviously not blind, like I'll watch the trailer and stuff like that. But I don't want to read the screenplay for it. No.
Okay. It is a draft screenplay, so it isn't the final. But yeah,
Yeah.
I was just reading I skimmed.
Yeah.
But yeah. All right. Original screenplay. I'm going Everything Everywhere All at Once. This is where I think it picks up a win.
I gone for it as well. Yeah. I don't
Okay.
think this is the only win it will pick up. I will say, but this is one. But
Okay.
I do think it wins.
Yeah. I think this is its only win person as
Okay.
I only have a winning one, unfortunately. But yeah, after that I have number 2 Babylon, number 3 The Fablemans.
Same top three. Yeah.
Now, number 4 is where I have Triangle of Sadness.
Okay. I've got it at 5. I've got it at
Okay.
5.
I mean, yeah, no, I think it makes sense though. Like it's Neon, they went for worst person in
Yeah.
the world. They did worst
Yeah.
person
No.
in the world.
Like the more I heard about it, the more I thought, yeah, I probably got to put this in. And yeah, it wasn't about. It was more like, oh, is it strong enough? But yeah, I do think it is strong enough, and it has taken out a couple things, but I do think it's strong as well. What's your 5 then?
My 5 is Bardo.
Okay, my
I
4 then
really,
is yeah, my 4 is Empire of Light. I
I
felt like
really, I
yeah,
really wanted Empire of Light in.
I'm
I
giving it
really want.
picture. I have to sort of put it in screenplay.
Yeah, I really, really wanted Empire of Light in. And that was actually I slid in Bardo over Empire of Light at the last.
Okay, yeah, no, Bardo's got a definite chance. I think Rustin has got a chance. I mean, it's by the same guy who wrote Milk. He won for Milk, so
Yeah,
you know he's
yeah,
won before. So that's
yeah.
another one.
There's also Till, which
Yeah,
I have in picture. I think it could happen. I mean, Don't Worry, Darling. That could have like a Get Out, promising young woman kind of energy. To where like that's like people are like, oh, this is a creative vision like that we and that could be like a lone screenplay nom maybe.
it could.
So that could be a thing. As I mentioned, shots are real smooth. Maybe. I mean, we also aren't even talking about stuff like Tar again by
No,
Todd Field or Banshees of Inisherin by Martin
no, I
McDonagh.
know. Yeah,
Like,
but
I
I feel that may be more in Bruges and Three Billboards. So
yeah, I
that's
no,
what it
I
feels
I
like.
100% agree. I 100% agree. Also 13 Lives, which I don't think is gonna happen for screenplay, but it's
No,
here
not screenplay. Yeah, I
and
guess it is a possibility though.
Amsterdam, I guess.
Mm.
But as we said, not too keen to nominate
Yeah,
anywhere. Okay, adapted screenplay. I've given the win to Women Talking. It's my best picture winner. So how could I
same,
not?
same. I put in
Okay,
getting it to win as well. Yeah, I mean it's got
um,
talking in the title. I mean people have said that before, but
right,
it's true.
right. Number 2, I have The Sun. Florian Zeller could repeat.
Same, same.
He could
Yeah,
repeat. Number 3, I have Killers of the Flower Moon.
100% agreed. Yeah,
Okay. Number 4, I've placed She Said.
same. I feel we have the same top 5 here.
And then number 5, I have The Whale.
Oh, okay. I did put next goal wins and number
Okay.
5, and
Okay.
honestly, I will clarify. I don't think it will get in. I just have literally no idea what else to put in. Like
The
I
Whale
don't
might
think the
get
whale. I don't think the whale will get in. In all honesty, and I was like
no.
trying to think of
Here's
other
the
stuff. And I
here's
was
the
like,
other thing. I could see by the end of the year The Whale just being the human.
it could well be actually. Yeah,
Based on a play that's critically acclaimed, it's like almost like a one location thing.
yeah,
Everybody's like, this could be huge. People are like, it's gonna have like this random tech nom for this. It's saying makeup and hair for the humans. People are saying sound, and then it just gets nothing.
I think it's a.
A24,
I
like
think it's going to be a bit bigger. Like it's Aronofsky as well. Let's not forget that. Like yeah,
yeah,
he's not been really that big recently, but still, I mean, he's
and
still a
since
big
like
name.
Black Swan.
Yeah, yeah,
So like yeah, I mean it's been like 12 years.
yeah,
I don't know. I have it in right now. Nick Scollins all could also make sense. I mean Taika won before.
yeah,
I'm so confused what's happening this movie. We
yeah.
don't even know the tone of this movie. Like
No.
I don't know what's going on with it.
We
Poor
also
thing. I
yeah.
just
We
don't
also
see
mentioned hang on, just about next goal wins. We also mentioned like we don't really know what's going to win Tiff's People Choice, but this
yeah.
is like sort of a front runner now, weirdly. So that would help.
I guess. Yeah. If it's even going to TIFF.
Yeah,
Like
that's true.
we don't even know. So yeah, but yeah, Poor Things.
Yeah,
Maybe White Noise once again. Maybe Greatest Bureau Ever. Maybe I feel like that's kind of it. Like I
yeah,
don't.
exactly.
It's like
The pool's pretty weak.
it's a really shallow category. So yeah. I know we'll see. But yeah, Women Talking. We'll see. We'll see what happens with it. I have it winning though. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. She said I think will be like a very wordy film. It's giving me
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Bombshell or like Spotlight vibes.
yeah.
All right, cinematography. I've done the thing.
Okay.
With one of the nominees here. So for cinematography right now, I have winning Empire of Light.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I'm
Okay.
giving it pictures, so like, yeah,
Well, yeah, but like, I mean, even aside from that, like, everybody, do you know who is doing the cinematography for this film?
yeah.
It's Mr. Deakins.
It
I
is. It's
mean,
Mr. Deakins. Yeah,
if for Sam
Mr.
Mendes.
Deakins plus Sam Mendes. Yeah, it's a pretty winning combo.
I mean, yeah. Just like the names attached to this movie, just you were saying them. Sam Mendes, Olivia Colman, Roger Deakins, Thomas Newman. I mean, what else do you? Just
And
here's
then
your Oscars.
plus you need to mention the concept as well, set around an old cinema or whatever. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
perfect.
yeah, yeah. Number two for me, currently I have Babylon.
I've got that too as well. Yeah,
Okay. Number three, I have Killers of the Flower Moon.
same. Yeah,
That by the guy who did Irishman, uh, Brokeback Mountain, also Silence. Number four, I mean, it's Janusz Kaminski. I have The Fablemans.
I've got that 5, but
Okay.
yeah, still pretty solid again.
So for my number five, I did a thing. So obviously, there's Bardo, right?
That is
Obviously,
my number 4. I will just say that now. That is 4 for me.
okay. I went with All Quiet on the Western Front.
I was so close to putting that in. I really
So
was.
I'm looking for a black and white nominee. It's been like, I mean, just looking at the past couple of years, like last year we had Tragedy in Macbeth. The year before that we had Mank. The year before that, I believe it was The Lighthouse. The year before that we had Cold War, um, and something else I think in 2018. So like, Roma, obviously.
Right, yeah.
So like it's a trend. They like their black and white. Belfast was ridiculously close to getting a nomination last year. I mean, yes, there's an Inarritu film, which his past two won cinematography, but this is also isn't Lubitsky.
Mm.
I don't know. And like they're not opposed to doing like, I mean, in 2018 they went with like a random European film that was nominated in international feature. So
Yeah,
like they aren't opposed to doing weird stuff
yeah,
and nominating international films.
yeah.
I
Like
mean,
honestly, I had this in at the beginning of the day. I then lost my bottle, and because I originally didn't have the Fablemans in, I was like, okay, I don't think it's getting director. Maybe
yeah,
this film will be a sort of a flop, but then I sort of lost my bottle and went, I don't know, I'm taking out All Quiet on the Western Front and putting in Fablemans. But yeah, it's probably my number 6 in all honesty, because let's not forget it's a war film as well.
yep.
So
Yeah, yeah. I feel like it's going to have a very Terrence Malick kind of vibe.
yeah,
So yeah, and it's going to be Netflix. Netflix can like push that. Like it could get ASC. Like I don't know. I'm taking a shot with it, but obviously Bardo's still there. Obviously Avatar is still there. I
yeah,
mean,
but
I
I don't want to put it in.
yeah, me neither. Poor Things. I mean, we're getting again for I think it's the same guy who shot The Favorite. That got in. Very unique looking film. Top Gun Maverick. I don't have now, but
No,
who knows? Who
yeah,
knows? Like it's gonna pick up ASC. It's 100% going to pick up ASC.
probably, yeah,
If it starts picking up other noms, who knows? Who knows? I mean, as far as what else, the Batman this year,
yeah. I
13
don't know. I don't know.
lives, 13 lives. But like, I don't know. I feel like I mean, Brother Bro of the Oscar expert, very adamant about a 5 for Empire of Light, Babylon, Killers, Flower Moon, Fablemans, Bardo, and like even like if you go onto like Twitter and Reddit, people who are doing early predictions, that's a really consistent 5.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they'll need at least one black and white film. Like and All Quiet on the Western Front just makes sense.
yeah. That is my top black and white pick, and
Yeah,
as I say, I think there is a genuine possibility that it does get in. But right now, I'm going with the safer 5. I'm going with 5.
which is fair. Which is fair. Anything else that could happen in here? Like
I think you
they could.
mentioned all of them. I think
I mean, I
like
guess there's Matthew Libatique for Don't Worry, Darling, if that does really well, because like the movie looks very good visually.
yeah,
Matthew Libatique is a past nominee. He did A Star Is Born.
yeah,
Women Talking, if they make like a condensed space, really interesting.
yeah. And I mean,
But
like maybe if Elvis really pops up, it looks like a film that is at least doing something vibrant and distinctive with its cinematography. So
I
like there's a
guess,
possibility there.
but
I think
I
yeah,
still
I
put
think
it.
we are scratching the barrel here. Like I think
Yeah,
we have named the majority of the contenders here.
yeah, yeah, for sure. Okay, editing. I assume you're going Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Yeah, this is my second and sadly final win for everything
Yeah,
everywhere all at once.
I would love to give it the win here. I'm gonna go Babylon.
I've put it too. I think like
That's
I just wanted to give everything everywhere all at once
that's
another
fair.
Oscar.
I just don't know if it like obviously the editing is phenomenal. Well, the Oscars like it's definitely getting nominated. Don't get me wrong. Like it's
Yeah.
100% getting nominated. It's my number 2.
Okay.
Are they going to give it the win? I don't know. Babylon seems way more of a convention. I mean, that's a Chazelle film. Like
Mm.
he does like his films
He
are
does.
always impeccably edited.
Edited.
So like I don't know. I really like the looks of Babylon. I mean, there's gonna be crazy party sequences where things are cutting around. It's gonna do like Wolf of Wall Street stuff. Like yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I think those are definitely the top 2. Number 3, I have Top Gun Maverick.
I put it 3 as well. Yeah.
It's our Ford v Ferrari pick. Number four, I have Women Talking.
Okay.
Just
I didn't.
because-
I didn't put it in. I didn't put it in.
Okay, okay. And then number 5, I've gone for the Fablemans, but like this is kind of Fablemans / Killers of the Flower Moon, whichever one like makes it into director. I
Okay.
think will also get it.
Yeah, I've put Killers of the Flower Moon number
Yeah.
4, and then number 5, I put a bit of a road pick, but 13 Lives. I think it will
Okay.
need to be quite edited. Like there'll need to be
Yeah.
a lot of editing to make it work. So if it does work, I think it will be a film that is in contention for this category.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. There's also Empire of Light.
Yeah, I know.
Um,
I didn't feel that needed this with what else I gave already.
Yeah, yeah, which is fair. I mean, you have The Sun. You also have to consider a sports movie. Next Goal wins. I mean, we
Yeah,
had King Richard last year, which actually came very close to winning.
it did.
And I mean, if they're gonna do like a bunch of football / soccer scenes, like this could be. I mean, they love their sports movies for editing. They
They
love
do. They
them.
do.
I mean, especially ACE.
Yeah,
They love their sports movies. So I know Next Goal Wins is just such a big question mark because if that wins like People's Choice, I'm throwing that into picture, I'm throwing it into actor, I'm throwing it into screenplay, I'm throwing it into editing. Like it's going to pop up in a lot of places if it wins People's Choice.
yeah. But equally, you mentioned it earlier. Like one Oscar film directors, like maybe Jojo Rabbit was just a one-off for Taika, and
Yeah,
like
maybe.
his style's not always something that you generally consider something that the Oscars would go for. So I don't
Yeah,
know. Yeah, as you say, there's a big question mark for next
yeah,
one.
absolutely. As far as anything else that could show up here, Elvis, I guess, if that does
Yeah,
weird stuff. Bardo, I guess,
yeah, yeah.
if it's a big contender for picture. Avatar.
Maybe, maybe.
I don't want it, but whatever.
No.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we've covered all the big ones there, but yeah. Moving on to production design, I feel like the Babylon, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like this is just
100%. I
Babylon.
mean, old Hollywood. Like, what more do you want to say?
I mean, Mank, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like it's
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
Babylon.
it's a subgenre within itself within the
Yeah.
Oscars. Old Hollywood equals production design win.
Yep. Number 2, I have Killers of the Flower Moon. Sorry,
Same,
another place.
same.
Yep. I mean, they're gonna do fun period piece stuff. Number 3, I've placed Empire of Light.
I mean, I've got it 4, but it could very easily be 3. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't the numbering. Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, yeah. Number 4, I've placed Poor Thing.
Okay, I've got that 5. I've got that 5.
Okay. Are we gonna have the same 5 just in a different order? Because I have number 5, Avatar.
No, I left
Okay.
off Avatar. I just don't want to see Avatar really anywhere. So I've
That's right.
I've ignored it everywhere until the one category where you sort of can't ignore it.
Yeah.
But no, I put number 3, 13 Lives. I mean, they built a whole
Okay,
cave
that's my
system.
6. That's my
Okay,
6.
yeah.
If
And
we're
like I
building
put it
our
in
caves. Yeah.
I put it in picture. I felt like, yeah, this feels like a category you'd nominate it for as well. Yeah.
Absolutely. No, if they're building out those caves and they're like really impressive,
Yeah.
100%. Because like that would be like very unique production design. That would be like a pretty inspired choice.
Exactly, yeah.
So I could see it happening 100%. I just went Avatar because like I mean it's gonna be like the Dune pick. Like I don't think they're gonna go cinematography, but like for production design, they're gonna build things and it's gonna look pretty and people are gonna go,
Yeah.
ooh. And then yeah. Yeah. I've also left off the
I just don't
Fablemans.
think
We've
it's
both
very
left
good.
off the Fablemans. We've both left off the Fablemans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it'll be the most impressive production design wise.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see it really doing
Like
that much.
people are trying to make the case for Belfast last year. And like I know we shouldn't just keep on comparing Belfast to Fablemans, but like is it really gonna be that much that we haven't seen before?
Yeah. And I mean, Belfast built a whole street, so like,
Right.
there was that to it. Whereas Fableman's, is it just the house they're using or
Yeah.
what? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, we have Elvis, it's there. We have Don't Worry Darling, it's also there.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I love the pick of 13 Lives. I think it could definitely happen. Anything else? Maybe The Woman King.
Maybe the Woman King. Yeah.
But yeah, for sure. Like I feel good about and I don't know, I've thrown Poor Things in there just because it's gonna be Victorian and there's probably
Exactly,
gonna
yeah.
be really weird, crazy like lab set like
Yeah.
production set for Willem Dafoe to go crazy, and like I could see it happening, but 13 Lives definitely something to consider. Into costume design, I've also given this to Babylon.
I've also given it to Babylon as well. Yeah, same top two here as well. So second is Killers of the Flower Moon for me.
Okay. I've gone for the Woman Kings.
I put it third.
Just because I think they could do some interesting stuff with that, especially if they play into like the different like cultural costumes of like the different parts of like Africa. I think that could be like I don't know, like I feel like it's just gonna do like the Black Panther costumes except even better. In all
Yeah,
honesty,
no, 100%, 100%. I've put it in three,
um,
so I think it is a fairly strong contender in this category.
number three, I have Elvis.
I've got that five.
The
I've got
Elvis
that five.
costume. I
Yeah,
think it could happen.
but
I
I
do
think
have
it's getting in. Yeah.
I do have Killers of the Flower Moon at number four.
Mm-hmm.
I think it makes sense. Just, I mean, it's Killers of the Flower. Like, it just makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Number five, I've placed Poor Things again for the Victorian stuff.
Okay, so we got the same top five, just in a bit of a
Okay.
different order. Because
Okay.
I've got four Poor Things for me.
And then, like, once again, I don't have the Fablemans here.
Again, yeah. That's why I just didn't put Spielberg in over. That's
Yeah.
why I put Scorsese in, because I think Fablemans is more likely to lose out on these sorts
Do
of
I want to
nominations.
put
As
Do I
I
want
mean,
to put Scorsese in? I don't
I
know.
don't know. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, because
I
yeah,
think
you're
Spielberg feels more snubbable than Scorsese if you're looking at these sort
yeah,
of categories.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. So there's also Black Panther here.
I think they did it once. I don't think they're going to do it again.
I agree. I agree. What else could be here? Like Amsterdam, that's a period piece. If it gets
Yeah,
in anywhere, I think
yeah.
it's maybe costumes. You also have Matilda,
Okay.
Disney thing,
I don't know.
maybe. But yeah. I'm not sure. Don't Worry, Darling. You're gonna have the period piece costumes, but like if you're gonna do period piece costumes, you're gonna go with like Poor Things, Killers of the Flower Moon, Fablemans, or Babylon.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like Elvis. Like I don't. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, one more to shout out: Everything Everywhere All at Once. There's some great
Yeah, no,
costume
like,
work,
yeah, it would definitely be up there for me. But yeah, I don't think
and
it's somebody else to go for, though.
yeah, like they can go for it another place.
Yeah.
Okay, makeup and hair. I have no clue. I have no clue what to do. I'm so lost.
Yeah, I
I've
know.
given it to the Batman for now.
Same, although I'm not confident in
I
that.
don't
I
feel good
just
about
think,
it
yeah,
because, like, I mean, it should be. I mean, so my Maestro is 2023. Otherwise, Maestro would be obviously winning
yeah, yeah,
because, like, it's been like very consistently, like the past like 4 or 5 years. It's been a biopic transformation. We saw it Jessica Chastain and Isa Tammy Faye. We saw it Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom. We saw it Renee Zellweger, Judy. We saw it Kristen Bale in Vice, and I believe though maybe the one before that too. Like that's what makeup and hair is. It goes through the biopic transformation. I don't know what our biopic transformation is.
no, I
Like,
know, I know.
is it blonde?
It could well be. I've completely left blonde off. I don't know
Okay, I
if
put it
it's
in.
not getting.
I put it
Okay,
in. I put it
okay.
in at number three because I
I
didn't know
thought
what
if
else.
it's not getting actress, I don't really want to put it in makeup and hair on its own. So
That's
I
fair,
just left it
but
off.
like,
I just left it.
what? I don't know. So yeah, I have the Batman number one, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
Number two, I've put Babylon.
I've got that four, but still
Okay.
like just in there.
Because I don't know what else to do. I mean, Mank got makeup and hair, I think. So
Yeah,
I guess this could happen. So I have Blonde number three just because I have the Whale at number four.
I've got that too. I've got that too.
I just don't know what counts as prosthetics and what counts as makeup.
Yeah. The problem with this category is I just did not know what film to win, so the numbers really don't make sense. It's just me
Yeah,
going, yeah, this feels like it might get in.
this might
Yeah,
happen.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number five for me, I've gone for Golda, where
What's that?
Helen Mirren's
Oh,
going
the
to
Helen Mirren one. Okay.
getting a
Yeah.
ridiculous amount of makeup on her. Why I've done this? Because I have no clue what else to do.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
It is Elvis with
Yeah,
Tom
I
Hanks.
put Elvis in. I've got Elvis in
Okay,
number
you have
three.
Elvis in.
Yeah, and then I put Poor Things in number five. I don't know, like the favorite used a lot of makeup. Like that was really my logic for it. Like, I mean, it's
What about
Victorian,
what
so
about the Woman King?
yeah. I mean, that's probably my number six, I guess.
It's mine as well. It's mine as well. Elvis is probably my seven. I guess Poor Things maybe. I don't know. That you also have Black Panther. Like
Yeah, but I don't think Black Panther will do that much, to be honest.
there's Avatar. Maybe like I don't know what to do here.
I know.
So
Yeah,
I've thrown
and the
Golden.
annoying thing is, this is the sort of category where we won't know until like I'd say maybe a couple of weeks before the actual Oscars themselves.
Yeah.
What are really the front runners? But
Look at our makeup look last year. Like
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I just don't know what I have no clue.
Yeah.
what to do here. So I guess the Batman's winning for now.
Yeah.
In sound, I assume we each have Top Gun.
Yes, yes, we do.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that. I mean, how could it like? It's the planes. The planes
Yeah.
are very loud. So at number two, I've put in the Batman.
Okay, I've got Avatar number two. I forgot this is actually the second place I put it. I did end up going for 2 nominations
I
for Avatar.
snubbed Avatar here.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
took it out of production design, I took it out of sound. Yeah, no, I just don't think people will care that much about it. So yeah, I have Batman number two. I have Everything Everywhere at number three.
I really wanted to put it in, but I ended up snubbing it. I just don't. I don't know if sound is really the place where it will get in. To be honest.
That's fair. That's fair. So what did you have for the rest of your list?
So I've got three the Batman. I think yeah, fairly solidly in at the moment. Four Killers of the Flower Moon. I don't know. There could be guns and stuff like
Guns
that.
and stuff, yeah,
Yeah, like that's pretty much how No Time to Die got in. And
yeah.
then five, I put 13 Lives just because I think like caves and sound
Mhm.
sort of stuff like that. Really.
I've done that too. I've done that too.
Yeah.
So my number four is 13 Lives. Once
Yeah.
again,
Okay.
there's going to be like you're going to have the water, right? And the
Yeah.
water
And
sloshing everywhere, and then the
yeah.
voice echoing everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I think the sound in this movie could be very effective. So yeah, I have it. I have it in. And my number five is Elvis, pulling a
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody type thing.
Yeah.
Just because why? Why not? Why not? I'm snubbing Avatar. Like, I mean, there's Babylon, I guess, is here, but I don't really see why that would get in. I guess Mank got in sound, but like, I guess it's like the party stuff. You could have some interesting like Foley, but
Yeah.
like, I don't know. I don't know. There's also All Quiet on the Western Front for a war movie. Same thing with Greatest
Yeah.
Hero Ever. If we want to throw in like lots of guns, for a
Yeah.
war film. Also, The Woman King for a war film.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one of those I could see potentially getting in. But yeah, no, I really do think 13 Lives could happen here.
Yeah.
Like,
No, 100%.
I just like I still don't know about it in like the big categories. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not sure, but yeah, I like it in a sound pick. VFX. I have Avatar winning.
Yeah, regrettably, but I mean,
Yeah,
we haven't even seen the film. It may be a masterpiece, but I doubt it.
I
But
just
yeah,
want
I
to
do
know
have
about
it winning.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
So Avatar winning. Uh, I've gone for Everything Everywhere All at Once at number two.
I put it free. I am a little cautious on whether it will actually get nominated, but I would love to get nominated.
I mean,
So
there's a
I put it
narrative
free.
there. If it's getting into Best Picture, like they like to throw
Yeah,
Best Picture films into VFX when they can.
yeah.
I think it makes sense. So yeah, I have the Batman at number three.
I've got it too. Yeah, so just
Okay.
switch them.
We have the same top three. Number four, I've gone for Top Gun Maverick.
Same. I don't know how many visual effects, especially since the narrative of that film was that the fact they weren't using visual effects.
Well, right, but
But like there
the
were
other
some in
thing
it.
is,
Like let's
like
be
yeah,
honest.
there's explosions and stuff. Like
Yeah,
movies will get nominated just off of cool looking explosions all the
yeah,
time if they're nominating it elsewhere, and this is getting 4 or 5 noms.
yeah, yeah.
So
My
if
only worry is that the narrative around visual effects
it's
is
still
quite negative.
contradicted, yeah.
Yeah, but Marvel films in, so like yeah,
Yeah, I've gone for Doctor Strange as my number five.
I've gone Black Panther. I think the narrative around Doctor Strange was too negative. I don't think enough people liked it. I don't think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it has the best. Like it has interesting looking VFX at
I think
least.
some of the VFX are quite ropey though. I do, and
I
like we know
agree,
the Oscars,
but are
like
they
sometimes more is a bit too much, and they sort of don't always take to it.
well?
Yeah.
Right, but like what about Black Panther says VFX? Like the first movie wasn't even nominated for VFX, and it was nominated for Best Picture.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay, maybe I'll put Four Love and Thunder in there as the Marvel
That's
pick.
fair.
Yeah, I'll actually change that to Four Love and
There will
Thunder.
be a Marvel movie here.
Yeah, it's just about which one. I personally don't think it'll be Doctor Strange, but yeah,
Okay.
okay, I'll change that pick. Number five, Four Love and Thunder.
Okay.
I think that
Yeah.
makes sense.
I'm going Doctor Strange for now.
Yeah.
An interesting thing that could happen here, is Pinocchio, Guillermo del Toro's film.
I don't see that happening.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Kubo and the Two both got
Yeah.
nominated for VFX. They like this is also Guillermo del Toro and it's Netflix.
Yeah.
I could see it happening. I don't know. I think it's there. As far as what else, I have no clue.
No, I know.
I guess maybe like 13 Lives, but like I don't even think
Yeah.
that. Yeah, or Nope, I guess could happen.
Yeah, I put that in my last one, but I don't think that'll be an Oscars film at all.
Me
So
neither. Me
I
neither.
take it off completely.
Yeah, no, I agree. So we have like a solid 6 or 7 there.
Yeah.
All right, original score taking a swing. My winner, Hildur Guldendotter, for women talking.
Okay, wow. I've got it in. I've got it in 5 though. Like just
Okay.
hang on.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay, so we're both going for our best picture winners here. There you go. Because I'm going Empire of Light winning
Okay.
score.
So, and that's, I initially had it. No, okay. At the start of the day, I had that number one. It's now my number three.
Okay, well,
Because obviously Thomas Newman been nominated 14 times, I think.
yeah, yeah,
Like it's gonna happen eventually, right? Like it has to happen
yeah,
eventually.
yeah.
Maybe this is the year. Maybe this is the year. I just went with Hildur Godendottir because I thought that her score for Joker was phenomenal. It's one of the only redeeming parts of Joker. She won. I think Women Talking is winning Best Picture, so why?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I definitely think she gets in.
So yeah, but Empire of Light, I have number three, Thomas Newman. My number two, I went for John Williams, The Fablemans, another strong narrative.
It's my
So
number two. It's my number two. Yeah.
yeah. What's your number three?
And number three, I put the Batman. This is one I don't necessarily know
Interesting.
if it will be remembered by the time Oscars comes, but like it's
Yeah,
Giacchino. Everyone likes Giacchino, so you know,
yeah,
I thought, and it is a good score. It is a good score,
it
so I
is.
put it in.
I've left it off, but I definitely am not submit like I'm not this.
Yeah,
Okay, so my number four, I went Justin Hurwitz for Babylon.
that's my
Not
number four. Yeah, yeah,
for La La Land, yeah. My number five, okay, I didn't interest. So I thought about throwing Giacchino in, but instead I went for Son Lux, Everything Ever All at Once. It's one of the most unique scores of the
okay,
year.
yeah.
I think it could happen. I honestly
I
do.
think this is somewhat wishful thinking. I think on your end, it's a good score, but
It
I
might be.
don't think this will be the thing. Everything, ever, always, all at once. Sorry, gets like I really don't.
So and then you have Women Talking at number five.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know. Like I just think it's gonna be so big by the end of the year. Like I don't see this momentum stopping. Like this is getting more than like Grand Budapest Hotel at the box office now. Like we're getting up to nearing like and surpassing Get Out levels. Like
yeah,
this is not going to let up. Like I said, I'm strongly considering Stephanie Sue. I'm strongly considering Daniels getting in. Like it just
yeah,
might get. I mean, costumes. Like I don't know. I threw it into score because like they like to go for some. I mean, they like to go for some interesting sounds. Like I mean, Parallel Mothers got in for Alberto Iglesias last year because it was a very interesting and unique sounding score. They only other place they nominated it was Penelope Cruz, an
yeah.
actress, but like they still went for it. So like I don't think they're like that stuck in. We got to go for like the people we know.
Mm,
I don't know. I could see it happening as like a very unique score, especially if like they're really gonna love it that much.
yeah.
But
I just think it's more likely in other categories. Like I'd be more likely to put it
oh,
in costumes
absolutely.
and like Daniels for director, yeah, than this one. I don't think score is really what everything ever all at once will get.
Yeah, that's perfectly reasonable. But why not? It's June. There's the SWAT for Pinocchio. Have to consider it.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's the sport, so yeah.
Top Gun Maverick, Hans Zimmer, Lady Gaga, Harold Faltermeyer. It's Hans
Yeah,
Zimmer.
maybe. Yeah,
I mean, Top Gun, it's there. There's also Robbie Robertson for Killers of the Flower Moon, which could happen.
yeah,
So he was snubbed for The Irishman. But yeah, I mean, I think that the Batman's easily the number six, I think you could say.
yeah,
But I don't know. Just why not with everything everywhere? Why not?
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's June, so
Yeah.
you can afford to throw in things like that.
Okay, best original song.
Yeah, and talk about just throwing in big names. This is literally just me going, "You're a big name. You can get in the category."
So the number one is obvious.
Yeah, yeah,
Obviously, Hold My Hand, Lady Gaga, Top Gun.
yeah, 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 100%.
How could it not be? Like,
Yeah,
honestly, at this point, how could this not be our number one?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think number two, I put Paul McCartney for
I
High in
have
the
it
Clouds. Like,
in Clouds. Yep.
yeah, like I mean, he's Paul McCartney, so I guess there's a chance. But no, I think Lady Gaga is very,
I could see
very,
them.
very
It,
strong.
it just depends on how hard they actually campaign Paul McCartney, though.
Yeah,
Like,
like
obviously,
yeah,
yes, he's Paul McCartney, and he's doing like a thing for a documentary, and it was picked up by like Disney Plus, I think, or whatever.
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that could very much be a thing, but are they going to campaign it? I don't know.
yeah.
We'll
But
see.
if I was to pick one category on like bet on right now, it's this one because I think
Yeah.
Lady Gaga is too strong here.
Yeah. Number three, I have for Lyle Lil Crocodile, Pasek and Paul's song that Shawn Mendes is going to sing. It's
I've
a
got
Midnight.
that 5. Yeah,
Okay. What do you have at number three?
Taylor Swift, Where the Crawdads Sing. Again, like it is literally just
So
me going,
yeah,
okay, you're a pretty big name. I'll put you in.
I think she's going to be the Ariana Grande, the like
She
big,
could well
big
be. She could well be.
name that just
Yeah,
because people, yeah, like we'll see. I would be opposed to that happening. Like I don't hate Taylor Swift, Like she's talented. It'd be like, but is this really gonna happen?
I don't know. I
I think
just, yeah.
like I also think that this movie is gonna be like really really bad. So
Oh, the trailers look, yeah, awful.
I mean, granted, we had Diane Warren for Good Days, which was also really really bad. So who knows? Has Taylor Swift ever gotten a song nom before? She was shortlisted for Cat. Yeah, she was shortlisted for
Okay.
Cat.
Well, very good.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, number four, so vague. I have something from I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Okay, that is quite vague. Yeah, I guess we were doing the same about Encanto though. Come like December, we were saying, oh, something from Encanto. So yeah, it's
Yeah,
fair enough to be vague at this stage.
yeah. I don't know. Like, I feel like this will have a song, right? Like,
Probably.
I feel like it would make sense for this movie to have an original song. So why not? Because I don't know what else. What do you have?
Doja Cat, Elvis, the song we heard. Is it called Vegas? I think that
Yeah.
was what it was
Okay,
called.
here's the thing. I don't know if it's eligible.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's eligible because I was reading afterwards. It uses a sample from another
Okay.
song, and I think that technically makes it for Oscars rules not an eligible original song.
Right.
So I don't know. You could just switch to Doja Cat and Black Panther.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, yeah, as I say, I am doing this over names rather than actual
Yeah.
songs themselves. So yeah, Doja Cat, Black Panther. Why not?
All right. Cool. Yeah. Because yeah, I might be mistaken on it, but I'm pretty sure all of the Elvis
Yeah.
original songs aren't eligible.
Okay, we'll just say Black Panther slash Elvis for now then.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
for sure, for sure. I've gone with one actual pick and one kind of joke pick for my number five. I've put in a solid slash. So Nobody Like You from Turning Red.
Yep,
Billie
I thought
Eilish
you
and
might put that one in. I still am too skeptical of it. I don't think that's not getting in.
I don't know what else. So for my other number five is just Diane Warren. For I don't know
Okay.
why not.
Yeah,
Why like
yeah,
she's there.
yeah,
But you have Lyle Lyle Crocodile with Basic and Paul.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Which is fair. I don't know what else like what else do we have? What else do we have in the song category? Like
There's that song from "Marry Me," which I remember you saying
oh
might
Jesus.
stand a chance.
I mean it's Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah, yeah. I
Um
genuinely thought about putting it in. That's the stage we're at with this category.
like I guess 13 Live seems like it would have an inspirational song. I think I said that last time.
I guess so. I mean, that's hard to like guess though at this stage.
Yeah. I feel like the safest guess for something that would have like a song is I Want to Dance with Somebody.
Yeah, probably, probably.
So yeah, it's a tough category to predict right now. But I think we at least have like a solid winning.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, animated feature. Taking a swing here. Number one, My Father's Dragon.
We've taken the same swing. I'm right
All
there with
right.
you. I actually did before the Gronk. I watched the trailer for Strange World. I don't know. I put it in, but I don't think it's gonna win.
Me neither. Me neither. So yeah, My Father's Dragon. So listen, this is Cartoon Saloon. This is I think their fifth film.
Yeah,
They've gotten nominated every single time.
yeah,
Every single time, and almost every time they have the most critically acclaimed film. Like
yeah.
I mean, Wolfwalkers. Like it's like I
Like
mean, maybe.
somehow Wolfwalkers elevated itself to being like in contention. Like there were some people I remember predicting Wolfwalkers over Soul, even though Soul was in for score and sound. Some
Yeah,
people were still that's how
because
powerful
cartoon
that film
villains,
was.
they do not miss. They make
Yeah,
films and they get nominated every single time. Like they
yeah,
haven't missed a nomination. So now
yeah.
that Spider-Man's gone, now that Lightyear
Has
is like
been mixed.
getting
Yeah,
mixed reviews, right? Like wasn't great. Turning Red will probably just be like, the early Disney movie. That isn't going to be a thing. And then you have Strange World, which I don't know how, like, it seems fun enough. I think it'll get
yeah.
nominated. I
But I
do
don't think
I do have it at number two, just because it does have the November release date. It's the last
okay.
Disney movie of the year, and
I
if
put
we
it
look at
four.
the past couple years, like Encanto, Soul, they were the last Disney movies of the year, like the last Disney Pixar movies of the year.
Yeah,
So like, I think it kind of makes sense for it to be there. It has the Encanto release date at the Thanksgiving slot.
yeah.
So like, I think it makes sense. But yeah, I'm taking a swing. Let's get Cartoon Saloon.
Yeah,
Their
and let's
their
not forget that this is the first time they've paired with Netflix, I believe. I don't
last.
believe, and
Yep, they're
that's
going with
that's
Netflix.
big. Wolfwalkers was with Apple TV. We know Apple
Yep.
TV. Yes, Coda won, but that wasn't due to Apple TV's campaigning. Let's be
Right.
honest.
Let's be honest. Apple TV maybe not the best at campaigning because
No.
like Coda was literally just campaigned by like Twitter, and then
Yeah,
Twitter was
and
like,
it
wait, no,
won.
we didn't actually want this.
Yeah,
Like Tragedy and Macbeth, they didn't campaign at all. That literally just got what like cinematography and then actor because it was Denzel
yeah,
Washington, and
yeah,
the cinematography was like
yeah.
stunning.
Like
Like
if it was actually trying, I think it could have got into picture. I obviously didn't really like
Macbeth,
the film, but
yeah,
like yeah, it could have, and it could have got Francis McDormand. It could have got all that kind of stuff,
could
but
have gotten
it just
scored
wasn't
on.
campaigned.
Like I yeah no I I 100% agree. It did. I forgot. It did also get production design. It did also get production design.
Oh yeah, yeah,
So, but still, could have gotten way more than 3 noms if it was, actually campaigned.
yeah.
So we'll see if Apple TV does step it up this year with Killers of the Flower Moon.
I think they will. I think they will for a Martin
Yeah,
Scorsese film. But I,
but
I, I think that will take out the other competition. So if this was going with Apple TV, I would be more skeptical of this win.
yeah,
But since it's with Netflix, I don't see why not. I don't see why not.
yeah, absolutely. So number 2, I have Strange World. Number 3, sticking with Netflix, I have Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, and then
Okay,
I have the 2 Pixar films at the bottom, Lightyear and Turning Red. I think they both get in, but
okay. So we've got the same except I've switched Lightyear for Strange World. I still put Lightyear number 2. Like I didn't think it was the best. I thought it was good, like enough, but I think it could be a thing the Oscars might go for. I think it is a fairly solid contender, so I put it at number 2. And as you say, Pinocchio 3, then Strange World 4, Turning Red 5.
yeah, yeah. No, I think all 3 Disney movies do get in. There is
Yeah,
Wendell and Wild from Henry Selick, another Netflix
right.
stop motion film, but like I don't know if they're going to do 2 Netflix stop motion movies.
No, no.
Like when they have Disney and Pixar right there. And as far as what else could get in, like I don't know. Like I get Apollo 10.5 for the bad guys.
Yeah, yeah. Probably they're the next 2. I'd love to see Apollo 10.5 get in, but
Apollo 10.5 is
it probably won't
still
happen.
Apollo 10.5 is still in my top 10 of the year.
Yeah, but
Like
since like no one saw it, it's a
I
shame.
know it's
But
so sad because like it's Netflix, it's Richard Linklater, it's a great movie. It's still my favorite animated film of the year. It's still my top 10 of the year. Like I would love to see it, but like yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, no, I think that the top 6 is like fairly.
yeah, yeah.
And I do like R5 though. I like it. Okay, international feature. So I've got Bardo winning.
Same. I think. I mean, if it's in picture, I put it in direct. I
If
put it
it's
in
in
all of this kind
picture,
of stuff. Like, yeah, it's gonna win this guy.
without Triangle of Sadness being eligible because it isn't. It's in English, which disqualifies it. So Sweden can't submit it. Yeah, like it's just gonna be Bardo. I mean, it's in your redo.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you have Korea, and I think I have whatever Korea submits at number 2, whether it be Broker or
Okay,
Decision to Leave.
yeah. I have specified Bro Gear, but I mean, yeah. If Decision to Leave, if I did think Decision to Leave was more likely, I'd put it number 2 as well. I think yeah,
Yeah.
anything Korea submits will be number 2 here.
Yep.
Or not anything like Broker or Decision to Leave.
Well, right, yeah. But yeah. So then at number 3, I've gone for Close from Belgium.
Same. I've just heard nothing but great
Film.
things about this film.
A big, yeah. I mean, it was picked up by A24.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. At my number 4 slot, and I don't really know what to do here. I've gone with Corsage from Austria.
Oh
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
You said
it's going to be starring Vicky Crepe. And it is like it's a period piece drama about Empress Elizabeth of Austria. People said it gave off Major Spencer vibes. It won. Vicky Krieps won the Uncertain Regard Best Performance Prize at Cannes. It's got it's now an 81 on Metacritic. So like it's like I don't know. It could happen. I could see it just like kind of randomly happening. And then I don't know if All Quiet on the Western Front is eligible.
I was thinking that. Yeah, I didn't put it in because I
If
was a
it's
bit
eligible, I would like to throw All Quiet on the Western Front in, but
100%. Yeah.
I think it was an American German co-production, and I don't
Oh
know what
yeah,
the
'cause I
rules
looked in
are.
Letterboxd. It's listed Germany/USA. So yeah,
So I don't know since they're like American. I think it's going to be a similar thing to Minari, where that was a like U.S. Korea co-production to
yeah,
where like if the Golden Globes will count it as a foreign film, but then like the Oscars will count it as an American film. So
yeah.
to my knowledge, it isn't eligible. So I'm not going to be having it in. So instead, at number 5, I have Klondike from Ukraine about Russia invading Ukraine because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
just kind of makes sense.
No, 100%. I put it in 5 as well, just because I haven't had much talk about it, but I'm sure like by the time the Oscars comes around, there will be talk about it. So
Like
I put it in number 5.
as long as Ukraine submits it,
Yeah,
like it's going to, as long as it's on the list for them to watch,
yeah, yeah,
I could see it happening. Like
yeah,
we're like just watch nobody talk about this, and then it shows up on the short list, and then nobody's talking about it, and then it gets nominated. Like I
yeah,
think it happens.
yeah.
But what did you have at number 4?
I put the Eight Mountains in just for another one
Okay,
from Cannes, just as like sort of a
Italy.
placeholder
Yeah.
one. I'm not too confident in it, but I had pretty decent things about it, so I thought, yeah, well, maybe throw it in. I'm sure it will look beautiful. Like that's what I've heard. Cinematography is great
Yeah,
in
the
it. So
cinematography is great.
yeah,
There's also Godland from Iceland, which premiered at Cannes. Another thing that I think could definitely happen. Like
Yeah,
we're probably gonna get 3 out of 5 from Cannes,
yeah,
and we have
yeah,
whatever Korea. We have Close, and then I've gone for Corsage as my other Cannes pick. I think it could also be Godland. You've gone for the Eight Mountains.
yeah,
So I think it's definitely could happen, but we'll probably get something else from Cannes pop up.
yeah, yeah.
Um, Other things here. So there's Layla's Brothers from Iran.
Yeah, I heard a bit about this one. I
It could
wasn't too
happen.
sure though.
Holy Spider from Denmark, I believe. That's Ali Abbas's new film, tracking down I think a serial rapist. Heard it's like a very like engaging kind of thriller, almost
Yeah,
like Fincher style. There's Armen from Romania from Kristen Mungu. There's also RRR.
this is the Indian Bollywood one, right?
This is the Bollywood film that's like
Yeah,
popping off on Netflix. It has like a
yeah.
4.21 letterbox. It's like everybody's watching it, everybody's loving it. I'm probably going to watch it soon. Like, I know this is the most I've heard about a Bollywood film. It's like a 91 on Rotten Tomatoes. I don't know what your
Okay.
thoughts are on this. I mean,
Um.
it's 85 on Metacritic, Thomas.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, it's not usually something the Oscars would go
I
for
know,
though.
yeah.
Like, yeah. I'm not entirely sure about this one. I may
It's
check
just,
it out though,
it's
since
just like,
it does seem to be popping off. Yeah.
yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what to make of this because
No, I know.
it's turning into like, a I don't want to say like a cultural phenomenon, but like kind of a
Yeah.
mini phenomenon.
Yeah.
To where like it's doing very well on Netflix. Everybody's talking about it.
Yeah. I don't know how, cause since it's a 3 hour foreign film, it's not usually the sort of thing that would pop
Yeah.
off into this, but yeah, it somehow managed to. Somehow managed to.
So I don't know. I don't know. Like I'm not putting it in, but
No.
it could happen.
Yeah.
It could
It
happen.
could. It could.
All right, finally we have documentary. My number one right now, I've gone back to Fire of Love.
Same. I mean, I think the top two are the only two I'm fairly confident about getting in, and they are Navalny and Fire of Love. But
Yep.
since seeing Navalny, I don't think we'll win anymore. Therefore, by default, Fire of Love, I'm putting it number one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Navalny is going to win. It just doesn't feel like a winner.
No, no.
It just doesn't. Fire of Love makes a bit more sense. It also has neon behind it. Like the other thing with Navalny is it has CNN films behind it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't know how much they're going to campaign it. But like, yeah, no, Fire of Love has neon. That's plus National Geographic. Yes, I know the rescue got snubbed. I hear you, but like it's still
yeah.
like
It's still
gonna be
National
big.
Geographic, so
It's still National Geographic. Like nobody was calling the rescue getting snubbed. Like we said maybe it could happen, but
yeah. We
nobody was
said
like
like it was the most snubbable
we
out
said
of
it
the
was the
front
most
runners, but
snubbable out of the top three.
yeah,
So we still had it in the top three almost the entire year. So I think Fire of Love just makes sense as number one. Number two, Navalny. Number three, I have Moon Age Daydream. David
okay. I
Bowie.
left it off. I think maybe this like the Sparks Brothers was a bit weird for the Oscars. Maybe this will be the
Maybe,
same sort
maybe,
of thing.
but this also has neon behind it. So
Yeah,
and was a Cannes film. But yeah, my third Sundance pick, I went for Descendant.
I've got that free. Yeah,
It's Netflix. We usually get a Netflix one in here. This makes sense to be the Netflix pick.
yeah, yeah. 100%.
And then what have you gone for your number four? Right.
Lucy and Desi, I've gone for
Okay.
number four. Again, like I don't have
Another
much of a
Sundance.
knowledge of
That's a
these
Sundance.
documentaries, but like I thought, yeah, I'll just throw a couple in there just because they're fairly strong.
I liked Lucy and Desi. I didn't think it was like anything that special. But it was fun. It was much better than being the Ricardos.
Okay,
At minimum. So yeah, that makes sense as a Sundance pick. My final pick is another National Geographic film, and it is a Brazilian film that Darren Aronofsky produced called The
okay.
Territory. And it
Yeah,
follows
I've heard yeah about this one.
it follows a young indigenous leader fighting back against farmers who occupy a protected area in the Amazon rainforest. It was a Sundance thing. National Geographic picked it up. It won the International Documentary Prize at Sundance. Like Sundance is also just a good bet for documentaries to
Yeah,
find something. So that's where I'm at right now. But we also have to wait. Like documentaries always show up at fests, right? We still have to wait for the fall fests to see what shows up in the fall for documentaries because that's where we got the rescue list. Like
yeah,
I so we just kind of have to wait at this point. with documentary. Documentary's kind of tough to pick.
Yeah, I mean, I put my number 5 here, Aftershock. I mean, I don't know much about
Okay.
it. I looked; it's got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's a good early sign. I mean, not
Yeah.
after many reviews, granted, but you know, it's still
So did you
100%.
go all Sundance?
Yes, I guess I guess I did.
Okay. I was gonna do that, but like I don't know. I didn't want to do everything Sundance, so I threw in Moon Age Stage, but which
Yeah,
seems like the most prominent elsewhere. But yeah, we're going back to Fire of Love here.
we are.
But that is everything.
That is, yeah, everything,
These
everywhere, all at once.
these predictions are always very long.
They are. They are.
We have a lot to get through, a lot to talk about. But anything you want to leave everybody with?
Remember Tar? Like
Yeah, remember
we just
Tar.
completely forgot about it basically the entire time. But it is a film that exists that may do something. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean Kate Blanchett playing like a like really famous piano player from Todd Field who's made two
Yeah,
movies combined for 10 nominations,
yeah,
acting nominations for each of them. I think multiple acting noms for each of them, a best picture nom, a director nom. Like we don't know that much about it, but like this could be huge. Like
it
watch
could
this be
be.
like in the best picture conversation by the end of the year.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
watch it happen.
100%.
So yeah. But yeah, I mean also just remember that we were taking our best guesses. We we have
Yes, I
no
know.
clue what we have no clue what's going to happen. Like
Yeah,
this is just for fun. We're shouting out what we think is going to happen, but we're also 9 months from the ceremony. Like
some of
there's
these
some
films
stuff.
could be terrible.
Yeah, this is we're working off the assumption that all these movies are good. So
Yeah, which is
um
like it's definitely not going to be the case. One or two of these films that we think are going to be great are actually going to be bad, like House
yeah.
of Gucci.
Yep. Yeah. Remember when that was a thing? Or
Yeah,
Nightmare Alley for that
on
matter.
Night Rally as well. Indeed, yeah,
So yeah, but we'll keep on doing this. Our next predictions will probably come right before fall festivals start, so probably in about 2 months in August. So
yeah,
you can check that out then, and then we'll be back to every single month leading up to the Oscars.
yeah.
Can't wait to get back to
Exciting.
award season. But thank you everybody so much for watching. I'd love to hear your predictions in the comments down below.
Sure,
But
get that engagement.
yeah, YouTube content, the thing. All right. Thank you, everybody, so much for watching. Until next, stay safe.